I still haven't got round to calling people to look at my computer. Then again, I'm also waiting for assistance with that as well. But basically, things still ain't working well, so tier lists again. Today, the AEW roster, as ranked by me and Dan. Hi, Dan.
There you go.
I'm sure there's gonna be so many conflicting opinions on this. I'm sure.
Yes, we're not gonna have a roster that everyone will be happy with, but we'll do our damn best.
People will disagree with our ratings. Some of these, I'm sure.
Yeah. That's the nature of the beast.
I think this is sorted vaguely alphabetically. So
It is sold. Yeah, it is alphabetically.
well, and then it goes into it's all the competitors, then all the managers, then actually no, because
Yeah, the count is on screen. There are managers on screen that they're Alex Abrahante's only recently became a manager.
yeah, he's still under the commentators, and then
The on-screen
referees.
personalities.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that category would be, because Dasha Gonzalez is not a manager.
No, these are these are commentators / interviewers, and then
yeah.
And technically, Alex Marvez did do some commentary.
Yeah, I see that the trainers are also in competitor zones. That'll be interesting.
Yes. Weirdly, we start with Aaron Solo, of poor people.
I mean, Double A will do that to you.
Yeah, it will.
Solo. My hatred of the Factory, man.
So yeah, hatred of the Factory immediately brings this down. But Aaron Solo, what I saw back when I was watching Dark, is a decent wrestler.
Yeah. Solo, if he was on his own, I think would do fine. I feel as though the Factory is now just long drawn and just
the Factory is literally hurting multiple people, Aaron
it
Solo
hurts,
included.
It hurts everyone. It hurts who they fight. It hurts who they are. It hurts QT Marshall, to be honest, because it just makes it look ineffective.
And like part of that is because it was immediately buried by the Nightmare Factory, but we'll get to Cody.
Yeah, we'll get to our Cody beefs.
So Aaron Solo,
I wouldn't like
middle of the pack.
I'd say high end of the middle of the pack, just with the caveat if he'd be moved up if he wasn't.
Solid C.
Yeah, pretty solid, dependable.
Solid C.
He's not going to be like a world champion, but he's a good mid carder. I could see him compete for the TNT title and put on a good show, but lose.
Abaddon, the middle ground of spooky women.
I know nothing about her. I constantly see her being heralded as not that great.
She's okay. She's one of those wrestlers that wrestles a bit too much in the gimmick than actually wrestling.
Right, so if I can ask, comparatively to, I'm not sure if you know Maxi and Impaler.
I don't.
From Ring. Okay, that's that question. I get vibes of that, but at least Maxi Impaler looks threatening. I just don't think Abaddon looks that threatening.
I think Abaddon
D. Well, don't care. Do we care about Abaddon?
I think that it's a good character, and
I know nothing of it.
They could have some fun with it, but also it's one of those that it's always the line with wrestling is how much spooky bollocks do you actually want to implore, and the answer should be probably some, but also not too much.
Yeah, I feel as though it's just not as good spooky bollocks. I don't think it's as good as even Alexa Bliss's spooky bollocks.
No, I would say it is better than Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, but at least people care about Alexa Bliss. They don't really care about Abaddon.
I would say people dislike Alexa Bliss's, where people are indifferent towards Abaddon.
Okay, but isn't being disliked better than being indifferent? Would you rather get a reaction if it's the wrong reaction than silence?
I don't know if Abaddon gets silence.
Well, no. I'm just using the most general version.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting her in Don't Care because realistically,
yeah,
I think if they did stuff with her, she'd probably be higher. But they just don't do anything with her.
She's there for a paycheck, basically. So that's what we're assessing.
Adam, goddamn fucking Page, the cowboy shit himself.
I want to say B.
I want to say S.
I don't want to say S yet.
So are we going to split the difference and say A?
I'd say A. When he becomes the world champion, I think he's going to be world champion. I just
Like
don't
people,
think
people have
he's
come and
there yet.
got. Like people appear and disappear all the time, and I don't think
Babyface.
anyone has actively cared about most of the people who disappeared. But I think people actually generally have opinions about the fact, like everyone is actively missing Adam Page as he's gone. Like most people who aren't around, they don't really care. So
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
think that says something to some like
Yeah.
to the
I respect him more now that I see him more, but I don't know. Once I see him as the champion, that'll give me the
yeah.
firm grounding on
Although like
Page.
I will say, it's good that he's not here at the moment. Not just because he's going and looking after kid or whatever, but also
Yeah.
because
Logical.
having the time away, like he lost, give him the break, give him the time.
Yeah.
Wait,
Basically, let me see. Are they just building him up as the family guy, like the American family guy?
no, I mean, well, he's not around at the moment, but other than that, he is the cowboy. He's the Lone Star. He's basically gone to the Dark Order. Look, I need to do this myself. Like once I've sorted this, I'm all in. Will be back with you guys. But while I'm dealing with this, I need to deal with this myself, which
Yeah.
is
Like,
causing dissension in the Dark Order, which we'll get to.
yeah, Paige is. I don't know. Paige's gimmick works so well in America. It wouldn't work if you had an English version of it. It just in England, you just wouldn't do.
Well, I mean, there's not really an English equivalent of a cowboy,
Well,
but
oh
yeah,
yeah, but like if you said like I don't know the suited gangster sort of thing, like this, we'll get to a go go because a go go
yeah,
kind of bridges this,
yeah. I
but
was gonna say you kind of could like, but it depends on like. I think, and as
your
again,
mic
we'll
is
get to it when
glitching.
we get to a go go. I think Peaky Blinders as a gimmick 100% would work. But anyway, Alan Five Angels of the Dark Order is very
Not sure if we
talented.
have technical difficulties or technical difficulties.
Do we
Please
have
stand by.
do we have technical difficulties?
We did. You glitched like twice, and then you went silent for about
Oh,
40
okay. I
seconds
guess it
for
was
me.
just more Discord problems. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some fun technical difficulties from my perspective.
So yes, Alan the Five Angels.
I know little about Alan the Five Angels.
He's quite an impressive wrestler.
I have no doubts.
Like the whole
Most of
reason,
the
the
dog
whole reason why I think he was hired is because he had a really fucking good match against Kenny Omega at one time. And
to be
yeah,
how many people have been hired because they're friends of the
no, it wasn't. It wasn't even that. It's literally just he had a
oh
very
my
good
god.
match against Kenny Omega, and everyone went, "Oh, this guy can wrestle."
Yeah, it's like I think most of Dark Order can wrestle. I think there's not a single bad wrestler in Dark Order.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
say
like.
what you
I don't know how much of it is just a BTE gimmick and how much of it's actually like part of it, but I don't like the way lol we shit on Alan Angels, like we shit on 5-bit, like that's not it's kind of outstayed its welcome.
yeah, but to be fair, the Dark Order is kind of a weird comedic take on corporate rooms and taking and insulting employees. Like, yeah, it needs to be developed. But
I
I had to put him in a C
yeah,
on
I
wrestling
was gonna put
voting.
him above Solo.
I would put him below Solo.
I think partially because we have the whole factory is pulling everyone down thing.
Yeah, sure.
like
Yeah, that's logical.
it's
Solo should be above.
Solo
That's my
probably like
thing.
if we had more time to see Solo actually wrestle as himself and not be tied to the factory and QT Marshall, he probably would be
Yes,
higher
yes.
tier, never alone thing.
And
But
we'll get to my least favorite member of the factory at a later point. Trust me, we'll get there.
I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. Reynolds is the least interesting member of the Dark Order.
It's not. It's not at all. But I say he's a good wrestler because he is.
He is a good
I
wrestler.
I saw his. I recently went back to watch the tribute to Brady Lee show, where it was Reynolds, Silver, and Page. Reynolds is a good tag team wrestler.
Yeah, like
Really understated.
the stuff him and Silver do is great.
Yeah. I don't know if they were a team beforehand because I don't know a
They
lot
were.
about them.
They were actually. They actually were.
Makes sense. They're a damn
Yeah.
good team.
They did job spots for WWE even.
John Silver, amazing talent, jobber.
Like legitimately, John Silver and Alex Reynolds did job spots on WWE.
Yes, actually,
Well,
they've had 4 different. I think they've had 2 different names. They were. Oh, no, wait, sorry. Alex Reynolds and John Silver were Beaver Boys. That's their name, Beaver Boys in CCW.
have you ever gone back and
And
seen
even better. Do you want to guess what their theme was?
what?
I just had sex with the Lonely Island and Akon. Can we put them up a grade for that?
I think we can, yes.
Come on, B tier. Come on, it's above Angels.
I
Above Angels. My
I would
God.
put Alex Reynolds on par with Angels, honestly.
Fine, put him above Angels now because of the Lonely Island. And
But
John
yeah,
Silver will go one above.
John Silver will be going way above everyone because John Cena is amazing.
You said John Cena.
I think I did. I am exhausted.
Oh, all Elite Cena. Let's
All
go.
right, Cena.
Andrade El
You heard it here
Idolo.
first.
Andrade El Idolo. Can
Has
we put
had
him in
2
S tier?
matches.
Can we just put him in S tier? Because he fucking is.
God
Like
is God. Like he should be.
Okay, then we put him as. Okay, how about we put him as B tier until we get to the S tier?
I'm happy putting him in A tier, honestly.
Sure.
But he's had
Above, below Page.
he's had
below
2
Page.
matches. I can't put him above Adam Page.
Yeah, but have you seen his match against Kenny Omega in Mexico?
I haven't seen the match. No.
Very good match. Very good. It's almost as if they're 2 very talented individuals. Someone as if Andrade is 3rd generation, one of the best luchadors to come out of the 3rd generation of his family.
And founder of fucking LFI.
Yeah, the team with Rouge and crossover. Crossover, Kenny King, Rouge. Come over to AEW real quick.
Yeah, there's so many good Ring of Honor people I'd love to see crossover.
Bring over Black Taurus too. Black Taurus can become a 4th member.
Angelico.
Right. I know you prefer one of the 2, the hybrid 2.
Angelico is the one I prefer.
Cool. You don't like Jack Evans from the Heavens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind Jack Evans, but I like Angelico a lot more.
I want to just say this. Same thing with the factory applies to the Hardy family office. In my personal opinion.
Yes, so but less.
However, if I could grade Angelico based purely off skill, I would be putting him in the same league as Andrade.
Yes.
Because Angelico is very damn good.
But unfortunately, he's stuck in a tag team. He's stuck in the Hardy family office. He's not doing a lot.
Yeah, I think he's more talented than Reynolds.
I agree.
I think we should put him in B tier simply because he is better than Reynolds.
I am okay with this. I like Angelico a lot.
Yes.
Also,
I
finish. I know he hasn't hit it, but you can call his the Fall of the Angels. You can call that move.
I don't think you can because there's confusion with Christopher Daniels' Angel Wings. You don't want to have 2. Well, yeah, but he still does do the Angels. I know he does also BME, the best music ever, but still.
But Angels Wins and Fall of the Angels is very different.
Yeah, but you don't want ones to share words. You know what I mean?
One winged angel.
Yeah, but that's Kenny. That's the exception. And Christopher Daniels is a 30-year veteran.
That's Kenny. Every single one of my moves is named after a video game thing. Omega.
Yeah, aside from a chop. Yet, give it a moment. Anna Jay of the Dark Order.
Currently the most interesting member of the Dark Order.
Currently the only female member of the Dark Order.
Because Ty Conti is not an official member.
As was already stated on commentary.
Yeah,
we are literally just quoting.
We will continue to remind that until she inevitably is made an official member and/or Anna Jay is no longer a member.
I mean, I like Tay Conti. We'll get to them.
Yeah, we'll get to Tay Conti.
Anna Jay. Don't know much on Anna Jay.
Good.
I've heard I hear
From what I
everyone's
remember, I
good.
don't know. She's only just come back from injury, and it's been a while.
No, she came back recently for the promo because they literally
Yeah,
said
she came back from
Anna Jake
injury.
coming with Tay Conti, who's not a member of the Dark
Yeah,
Order.
she
He
came
said that
back.
on
She came
commentary.
back at the pay per view for the Battle Royale, for the Royal Rumble,
I,
for the Casino
I,
Rumble.
I, I don't hate Anna Jay. I think she gets lost in the scuffle. From an
Yeah,
outsider perspective, I think she gets kind of. And I know that I'm looking at the top of this
yeah. It's
list
like
and thinking, "Oh, don't worry, we'll get to people get lost in the shuffle."
Anna Jay, like for rating her sake, definitely has the problem of she's literally just come back from injury. Like
Yeah,
it's harder to rate that.
yeah. Let's. Can we create a list above "Don't Care" where it's just came back?
No, I feel like we can rate her. Like
Cool, because I also noticed Jamie Haight is here, and she's literally been back like a week or two.
yeah, but I've, we'll get to Jamie Hayter.
I'm excited.
We'll get to Jamie Hayter as part of
Should we put
the
Anna
Britt Baker thing.
J? Should we put Anna J in line with Reynolds and Angels then?
Yeah, like
Right.
like honestly, I'd put them there. Like
Yeah.
they're probably
Just,
better than the two of them.
just, just give me 1 second, folks. Just got to deal with something in the background. Entertain them.
Why do I not have actual intermission music planned? I can't be asked editing this because it's going to go up today, so I'm not editing it.
Thank you, British weather, for causing a storm in my room. Feel
Yeah,
appreciative.
it's fucking warm. Oh, what is that? It's
It,
going to want to start hailing as well?
it's
That's
gonna
great.
rain. Great. Anthony Bowens, half of the acclaimed. I don't like the acclaimed.
I like the acclaimed.
I don't. Well, no, I don't hate the acclaimed. It's just don't really. Yeah. I Bowens is my favorite of the two. Cass is just annoying to me.
I don't suppose you know what he said because I didn't see the
Now,
rap that
I did hear. I didn't hear the thing, like the actual
I was gonna say.
thing, but
I didn't see the rap that apparently pissed everyone off. I don't know what he said.
hang on. I can't exactly say the lyric.
That's fine. If you want to DM me, that's fine.
I mean, I could. I can tell you what the topic was.
Okay.
It mentioned Simon Biles, who stepped away from the Tokyo Olympics due to mental health, the infamous 2006 Duke lacrosse rape case. The show was in North Carolina, and questioning the validity of rapid COVID tests.
Huh.
Oof, oof, that's a triple decker there,
I want to
folks.
know how that who was he
Go ahead.
wrestling where that was appropriate.
I don't
Like
know. He was in North Carolina.
that's
It was a multi-tag team match.
it's a weird one.
It was AEW
Yeah,
Dark.
it's an episode of Dark that's been removed.
Yeah, it was AEW Dark 100, I want to say.
Or at least been edited.
Yeah, I think it's AEW Dark 100.
Yeah, I think Anthony Bowens is a very impressive athlete.
Yes, the acclaimed were on that show, so I'm going to go with it was
Okay.
show number 100. And it was, let me find it. The acclaimed Matt Hardy and the Blade with the Bunny beat Matt Sydal, Jeff Sydal, and the Frosty Blondes with Julia Hart.
It's an interesting team. Um,
Yes, it's a very strange decision.
interesting match. Anthony Bowens is an impressive athlete. I personally like the acclaimed as much as I like the idea of the gimmick. I like the team. I just think it's a bit I don't like the constant use of the boombox and stuff like that.
I think there's some childish parts to it that could be cut.
Yeah, I do think it's a very good team. I do, and Anthony Bowens is probably the better of the two, wrestling
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah. Hey, I found the rap for you.
Okay. So where do we want to put Anthony Bowens?
There it is. Hmm.
Like, are we continuing to inflate this C? We're gonna put it in B. I don't.
Hmm.
Cast is definitely gonna be lower. That's for certain.
I'm probably going to say Inflate the Sea.
Inflate the sea it is.
Because they also kind of get lost in the tag team shuffle now, even more so.
Yeah. Even
They
more so considering
really are in the shovel.
they got suspended. Well, one of them got
Yes,
suspended and they weren't doing anything with Bowens in the meantime.
yeah. So I think we should put Solo above him because at least Solo's doing something.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like
I would like to see more
it's
of the
not good. It's
yeah.
not good.
We
But it's
would like
something.
to see more of the acclaimed.
Yeah, I'd like to see less of Caster being a stupid
I'd
prick
like to
with
see
his
more
lyrics.
of the acclaimed, and yeah, let's
I'd like
Caster
to see
maybe
less
think a
Duke
bit better.
Lacrosse, basically. No Duke Lacrosse references. Max, thank you. Anthony Agogo.
He's
Oh boy.
Anthony Ogogo was great.
Anthony Ogogo? No, Anthony Ogogo is one of the best British Olympic athletes of the modern era. Let's just make this damn clear.
Yeah, in the match,
He's Henry, basically. He's our Mark Henry in some regards.
in
In
in in the match he had with Cody, because that's the only time we've seen him wrestle properly, further than just punching someone.
which, to be fair, what else will you do with a freaking
Also, yeah.
boxer?
Although the gimmick of he just one shots everyone because he can actually punch people properly.
Yeah, because he's an Olympic level boxer. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I'm not mad at that choice.
I am very impressed with his actual wrestling ability.
Oh yeah, by far, he's one of the best to transition.
He should
Good.
have won.
I agree.
He should have won.
Everyone agrees.
I disagree with the people that are saying Cody didn't even finish him with his finishing move. He didn't hit the crossroads. Yeah, he
Okay.
hit the vertebreaker, which he was using as a mega death. No, this guy keeps kicking out of the crossroads move in New Japan. If you're gonna complain, actually complain about something that's worth complaining about.
Yeah. And by the way, if it was by the finisher, I think I would have been better with it. Because hey, at least it is the finisher, it's meant to be the most formidable technique.
Yeah, it's like I know not everyone that watched that match watched Cody in New Japan, but yeah, in New Japan, when he hit the crossroads on someone and they kicked out of the crossroads, Cody went to the vertebreaker. To Cody, a vertebreaker is a mega death move, and so that was actually better. This is the only time I'm going to be putting Cody over in this video.
Yes,
because God, he does that himself enough.
There's going to be some criticism of Cody. There's going to be a discussion point. Like, Cody's probably going to be the one we discuss the most.
We have Britt Baker on this list, I remind you.
Yeah, but we got too far apart on Britt Baker.
I don't know. Are you putting her in unwatchable? Because I might.
No, we're not putting her in unwatchable because she's genuinely not.
She's getting that way for me.
You don't like her. She's not unwatchable. She's not Charlotte Flair.
I have skipped multiple Britt Baker segments. I'll have you find.
And I'll have I skipped every Charlotte Flair thing for the last month.
That's
like
fair.
I see Charlotte Flair, I dodge it like the plague. But no, a Go-Go, I think he's too. I don't want to say green.
No,
but you know what I mean,
going to say
right?
green.
Like he's
very good.
Too new to the craft.
He's still
to put him above Solo.
I don't know.
Because Solo is a veteran, right? I respect him on that level. But I can't just yet.
Yeah. Again, he also suffers from that problem of he's not been around. He's literally not been around since that match, and part of that is travel visas. I think
he was. He knocked out someone to help QT Marshall in a tag team match. He was teaming with QT.
That was probably filmed like around the same time.
That's true, but still, he was seen.
I think he has
because he's been involved. Well, he was meant to be involved with the Paul White rivalry, but
yeah, I believe there's been I believe there's been travel problems.
To be fair, we can't hold that against a Go-Go.
Between travel problems and I think there was some visa issues as well.
Yeah, we can't hold that against a Go-Go.
But
we didn't hold having a kid against Paige.
Like, yeah, we can't hold that against them, but it does still have the problem of we haven't seen them too much, and we could really use seeing them more.
Yeah.
I realized I'm streaming and not recording. Oh well. Hi, stream.
Hello.
There's no information on it.
I would probably go with a C. I'd put him above Bowens, most
That's fine.
definitely. I would put him below Solo because he just has been around.
This just means I have to take time to download the VOD and
However,
then upload it.
this comes with the caveat of once a go-go
Once a go comes back and actually
gets
does things.
better and better, he'll be going up higher because he did impress me.
Yeah. Wait.
Or
I don't
someone
even think
transitioning,
yeah.
he's impressive.
I don't even know if he needs to do better. I just think he needs to do more.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, like if he gets better and better at being here, and he keeps up a high standard.
So
If he keeps that standard he showed against Cody,
we
yeah.
our lowest level of things get pulled down because of factions is the Hardy family office. Followed by that is the factory, and then I'm putting the Nightmare family at the top of that because fuck the Nightmare family.
Really? We're not going to put the Gun Club?
The Gun Club is technically was technically part of the
It,
Nightmare family.
no, it's not anymore.
I know it's not anymore. That's why I said was.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have strong
Gun
opinions of the
Club
Gun
gets
Club.
in the
We'll
Gun Club.
get to them next.
Gun Club just gets into the bin.
Yeah, we'll probably just put all the Gun Club people together at the same time because they're close enough to each other. They're like A, B, C. Like, come on, we're gonna get there. Anderson, if Brock Anderson was here, I'd say Brock Anderson is unwatchable. sorry, on.
Hi,
Brock isn't that good.
Welcome to the
sorry.
most aggressive nepotism this company has ever
I'm
shown.
so sorry to On. Listen, I get it. I understand. You have the father and employee. Let's give the kid a shot. Fine, whatever. I get it. But Brock is genuinely not ready for TV time.
And you're putting
He's not that good.
he's getting put over way too much for someone that is
Yeah,
that new.
yeah.
Like
Also, it's affecting the Malachi Black thing. I think the Malachi Black thing is getting worse and worse to watch because it's being obsessed with the Nightmare family.
I think him being obsessed with the Nightmare family's fine. What ruined it
Yes,
for me
I
is
think the execution.
celebrity woman jumping on his back to start a fight.
Correction, controversial celebrity woman.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, there is a mixed bag of liking of her in particular, and for those of you who are questioning who her is, well, I quickly try to find the name because I don't keep track of the West.
She's a co-host on that show that Cody and Snoop Dogg host in America that I'm pretty sure we don't get here, and honestly, I'm kind of glad by that fact.
I kind of want to see the Snoop Dogg part of it. It is oh, what's the name? Rosaria Dawson. That's the one. Like, I just,
she should not be getting involved in anything that has to do with wrestling, never alone anything to do with Aleister Black.
Yeah, there's controversy.
Malachi Black.
Yeah, there's controversy there to do with her and her family and transphobia. We're not going to get into this.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, precisely. That makes the whole thing really bad, doesn't it?
We're not joining Arn Anderson by his whole career. We're just judging him as a manager in AEW. And honestly, he's not the worst manager in AEW, but God, is he
not the best. He's kind of mediocre.
Just there.
I kind of put him at the bottom of C. Like, honestly,
yeah.
the people he manages I don't like, and the people...
Yeah, he's either just there or getting way too involved.
Yeah. You know what the funniest thing is? So, 2 days ago, the clip of Rosario Dawson at AEW was uploaded to the channel. Literally 2 days ago, also was an article explaining why Rosario Dawson is considered a controversial person. And I was like, oh, cool. Isn't that hindsight for literally 24 hours?
That's really good clicks there.
Yeah, it's really good clicks there. There's maybe, 6 hours difference, probably, because wrestling happens in the really early hours in the scheme of things for us. So, take it as you will.
Gun Club in the right place?
Are they all in Get in the Bin?
They're all in Unwatchable, yes.
Yeah, that's accurate. In fact, no, let's rank it properly. Billy is the most watchable.
Okay, fine. Austin is...
Colton is the worst.
No, Austin is the worst. Austin's the one that yells all the time.
Colton is the worst. He's the one that everyone forgets.
I'd rather someone I forget than someone who actively annoys me.
I'd rather they all not exist. That's harsh. No, I don't wish they I don't wish anything ill on the Gun Club. To clarify, I just don't think they're good enough for the show of AEW. I think
There's kind of way
I,
too much
I
time wasted
this
on
is the
that.
same thing with Brock, and Brock Anderson would also be in this list
Hmm.
here. By the way, Brock would be above Billy because there's a genuine bond that you see between Arn and Brock that at least it
And
makes a
like,
storyline. It's not a good storyline. It's a storyline.
I would argue, out of all of the generation following, the Brock's probably the better wrestler. As much as we've not got to see too much of it because all the matches he's been put in are very nepotistic and very. We're just gonna put him in these storylines and bury the fuck out of people because we're putting this green motherfucker in. But yeah,
Yeah. Uh, but the Gun Club just kind of exists and they get wins, and I just. AEW said it was going to be this new revolutionary company, and yet we have Billy Gunn.
they did a whole promo on Dynamite how they're undefeated, and I'm pretty sure every single win was on Dark. So
Yeah, our
good
issue
job for
also
them.
with dark inflation has been very well
Yeah,
noted.
we talked about
At
that in
least
length
when
this year at the end.
superstars,
Yeah,
at least when WWE did superstars, they didn't use that for fucking win stats.
well, because WWE doesn't do win stats, but that's
Yeah,
different.
but still, it's the same principle.
Like, you
You
can
know,
have
it
people
didn't it
get
didn't
wins
bear
on
any point.
Dark to set up for things, but there's a difference between, person shows up on Dark, gets a win, cool. Now they show up on Dynamite. No, someone sits on Dynamite for 5 weeks and gets a bunch of wins, and then shows up randomly on Dynamite and goes, "Hi, I'm on a 5 match win streak." I go, "When?"
Yeah,
That's my
this is the
entire
issue with
reaction.
dark, folks. This is the problem with a B show. Also, a C. Is it a C show or is it a D show? Which one is dark
I don't.
anymore?
Big B
Big.
for a big swole, I would say.
Uh, Funnily enough, that's Ariel Monroe. I miss Ariel Monroe. I don't miss Big Swole. I
Okay,
put her in the D category because she's lost in the fold so badly.
it's kinda
When's the last time we saw Big Swole? Genuinely, when's the last time you remember seeing Big Swole?
the the Casino Battle Royale. So says something.
You mean the thing where everyone was invited?
You mean that thing where they set up a match and then blew that match up on fucking Dark? Because
Yes, and they did a promo for it on Rampage.
please AEW, spend more time on your actual TV shows and not on your
No, no,
stupid YouTube shows for
no.
your women's division. Thank you.
Yeah, make your women's wrestling tolerable. So I ask.
That feeling when there's
I'll answer the
like
question, by the way. Let's see. I'm going to look at all the matches so far
there's like three
in the
groups of
last
women that we
in
ever see on.
2021. Okay, 2021. This is every single match that Big Swole has been involved in. You ready?
Okay,
I'm going to go in chronological order from January 7th.
okay.
AEW Bog beating Alex Gracia.
We have a lot to go through.
AEW
Do we have
Dark
time
beating
for this?
Skylar Moore. AEW Dark, Red Velvet, and Big Swole beating Leva Bates and Muddy Renowskowski. AEW Dark, AEW Dark, AEW Dark, AEW Dark, 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 Elevation 26, Dark, All Out, Dark. It's a D tier, ladies and
So
gentlemen. It's a D
I
tier.
by appearance, yeah, but I don't think she's way better than that.
He's really talented, but again, we put Solo down in C for this, right?
We put Solo down in C because of the factory gimmick, not because he doesn't
Okay,
show up.
and we put Bowens in the C. We put Go in the C. But
I
Big Swole is that on a massive scale.
I don't want to put Big Swole on D
I don't
though.
want to
She's
either,
too
but
good for that.
yeah, but if Diamante was here, I'd also put her in D, and I love Diamante.
Hold on, hold on,
Diamante
hold on,
is
hold
one
on,
of my
hold on,
favorites.
hold on, hold on. How do I add a thing again?
Right, you add, you'd go to the cog, and then you just add the row above and below, and then you change it.
We're adding a tier.
Rock needs used more.
No, 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 no. We're adding
Dark
it.
fodder to dark fodder.
Just Dark. Welcome to Dark. That's
Yeah, there's a tier just below D. It's dark fodder, I'm going to call it on my version. Big Swole, welcome to dark fodder.
welcome to Dark. You're an
Dark
example of
fodder,
the problem.
If you're in Dark Father, that means you're criminally underutilized, and honestly, you should probably just
Yeah.
find a better place to work.
If
I'm sorry.
we're putting you in the dark tier, it means you're really good, but you just spend way too much time on dark. You're part of the problem. I'm sorry.
Yes. Brandy Rhodes. Less TV time for Rhodes. I believe she's dealing with something.
Yes, that thing is pregnancy.
That thing is an injury of sorts. It's an injury to the wallet.
Uh,
Okay.
in spite of that, who the fuck cares?
Who the fuck does care? I agree.
Who the fuck
Who does?
cares?
Now, can we put her as unwatchable for the same
No,
reason as
because
Stephanie
she's not
McMahon?
unwatchable. She's
But she
actually
is!
entertaining. I just don't give a shit.
Okay, in that case, should we put her higher than Abaddon?
Yes, that's fair. Because Brandy
Because-
Rhodes is a very entertaining human being, but I do
Yes.
not give a shit.
A Touch of Brandy is a great show. You know what isn't a great show?
AEW
Brandy
Dark.
Rhodes in AEW. Thank you. Brandon Cutler.
Brandon
Who
Cutler
gives
is
a fuck?
great.
Who gives a fuck?
No, Brandon Cutler is great.
Wrong answer.
Brandon
He's
Cutler.
not.
No, Brandon Cutler is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and Brandon Cutler does nothing but spray. He is the Kip James of the Super Elite.
He's a fucking dork, and that's the entire joke, and I love it.
Oh, he's a D tier.
He's not a
Can I-
day.
He's shit.
You know, fuck it. I'll take it, but he is hilarious.
Yes,
I want my.
okay,
I
his
want that
comedy, his comedy transcends his actual wrestling ability.
He's a decent wrestler, but yeah, his comedy transcends.
Yeah, but is he better than Bowens? Is he better than a Go-Go? Is he better than Solo? No.
So I
Is he better than Howard Anderson? Honestly, no.
Modern honor.
Brian Cage. Oh, how I wish I could put you in S tier.
Same.
Because Brian Cage could legit build a bloody roster off of his back.
Yeah, we've said it before, and we said it again. The initial Taz managing Brian Cage was a good idea. It got way out of hand way too quickly, and now Team Taz is fucking awful, and I'm so glad Brian Cage isn't part of it.
Yes, that means please use Brian Cage responsibly. Come on. Look at Lucha Underground. You can do this. Copy that and AEW.
AEW,
Perfect.
I'm 100% serious
And-
when I say Brian Cage should be the one to take the TNT Championship off of Miro.
No, I'm going to say it this way. Brian Cage should be the guy to beat Kenny Omega.
No, but
Yes.
because like I think I don't know. I've not got around to watching Rampage yet. As we watch as we talk about
Yeah,
this,
they're setting up Kenny Omega versus
they're setting. Well, no, I was talking about
Bryan
TNT.
Danielson.
I was just talking about the TNT Championship, which is they were setting up.
Oh, you mean the title that's forever going to be out of Fuego del Sol's hands?
Yeah, it's the
We'll get to Fuego del Sol.
because they did that, and I'm pretty sure they're doing that to set up Miro Guevara.
To be fair, Guevara's probably going to win it.
Yeah, and that's great, and I love that because I love Guevara. I would like to see Brian Cage there. But yeah, Brian Cage.
I would like to see Brian Cage versus Andrade. I'm just going to be real with you.
That would also be fucking great.
Because you've got a Mexican, an actual guy who could be a modern legend in Mexico, and is. He's La Sombra too, for God's sake.
Does all of the shit put Brian Cage low enough where we put him in B, or is he still A tier?
He's better than Angelico.
Yes, but
He's A, low A.
low A.
Look, this is with the caveat of we think they're going to do him properly now.
Yeah, he's got like.
If he doesn't, he's down in B.
Honestly,
For
I'd be
Brian.
surprised if you make things worse from this point forward. So
Just copy Lucha Underground.
just
Do it for Angelico too.
just
There you go. That's all you need.
just let Brian Cage be Brian Cage.
Time for a Brian I'm very familiar with as an MLW fan. Brian Pilman Jr.
One of the few juniors that are actually just really good and doesn't have any
Yeah.
nepotism involved.
Genuinely. I think he started training in MLW as well, so he's actually not been around a while. I could be completely wrong on that.
Like
bear in mind.
he's had.
That's the first time he got big notice.
Yeah, he's had some really big showings recently, but that's partially hometown bias. I think the Varsity Blondes are
No,
fine.
Pillman's only wrestled for 4 years. Yeah, he started in MLW.
Yeah,
Well, no, he started in a Black Label, then CCW, then he was picked up by MLW, and that's what the bookings happened.
that's actual CCW, not R1. Because yes, I do know there's an actual company called CCW.
Yeah, there's two CCWs. There's CCW and CCW Black. This isn't, by the way, CCW Combat Zone Wrestling. This is CCW Professional Wrestling Academy.
Hmm.
For clarity's sake, just do not confuse. But yeah,
Uh,
starts in Black Label, goes into MLW. Honestly, one of my favorite wrestlers in MLW. Has fantastic matches as part of the New Hart Foundation with Teddy Hart and David Boy Smith Jr. Faces absolute talented individuals. Uh, I genuinely think Pillman is a great wrestler.
yeah, yes, and
I think Brian Pillman too is definitely in line to be one.
I think I do generally think the Varsity Blondes are a fun gimmick. It's a good
Mm,
like that. It is the throwback it should be.
mm,
It's like theme and all, it all fits. I think
mm,
like especially recently with Brian having a good show. Like again, he was put in that spotlight because he's from like the town where Thing was, but that spotlight persisted for like has persisted since, and I think it probably will do, even though he might
yeah.
slip back into the tag team side of it.
Unfortunately, we might have to put him in dark.
No, because he has actually been doing a lot of like stuff on screen. Because again, he's
Yeah.
like tag
Well,
teams and
okay. He had one showing on Rampage.
as a single star, but as a tag team, like the Varsity Blondes have been
They've
doing.
been on. They've been on. They've had one match on Dynamite.
Like I don't think I can put him into.
Two.
I would generally put him in beta. Like Griff, I think might get put in dark, but I think
I
Brian
think.
Pillman,
I think Brian Pillman's been in dark more often than not, though, which is kind of my
like
concern.
I think Griff has more of a problem with that. Like I think Brian now, like it's only just
Okay.
sort of started, but I think he is actually getting a proper spotlight on him.
Okay.
So
Okay. So with that caveat, then I'm going to go with that.
yeah, I'm gonna put
I'm
Brian
going
in
to. I'm going to.
B.
Yeah,
And
Brian Pillman
while we're
Jr. is
here,
fucking
because
great.
we've basically talked about it, yeah, Griff Garrison, the Varsity Blondes are great, but Griff Garrison more so than Brian Pillman is getting buried and is another product of
Yeah.
Dark.
In fact, we should probably rank Big Swole lower because, well, no. How do we rank the people in Dark Fodder? Is it by who is the hang on? Is the first person in the list the person we wish was in Dark Fodder the least, or who we think is definitely Dark Fodder?
I think it's
Like
who should
one.
be showing up on the main show more.
Okay, so in that case, Big Swole should be above Griff.
Yes, because
Yeah, straight up, straight up.
as much as I do enjoy the Varsity Blondes, I would rather see Big Swole than more Griff Garrison.
I'd rather see Ariel Monroe.
So I legitimately do not care about Britt Baker.
I respect Britt Baker. I never said I never said I care. I never said I care. So let's not put words in the mouth here.
Okay, good.
I respect Britt Baker as an athlete and as a talker. I
I
respect
find
her abilities.
I find multiple things that she does just be stolen, like multiple parts of her gimmick.
Oh, absolutely, but there is no original gimmicks.
Like she started calling herself role model like 2 months after Bailey did. She stole the fucking LA Knight thing. Like,
But again, nothing in wrestling is unique.
I find her boring. I find her finisher completely nonsensical.
Which finish is this again?
The
I keep
lockjaw.
forgetting.
It's a Rings of Saturn with the mandible claw.
To be fair, it's not a bad thing for a dentist.
Yeah, but it's a move that no one can submit and no one should be passing out from. Because
I mean, to be fair, the Rings of Saturn is pretty good.
you can't really tap out from it because it's an arm capture. You can't verbally submit because there's fingers in your mouth.
You can submit via foot. That is actually in the rule book of
Cool.
wrestling.
They don't do that though.
Okay, that's fair, but that's not. You can't level that at Bray. You had to level that at the Booker.
Like that I like. That's still like I don't like her. I don't get why everyone likes her.
Okay, in that case, how about? I know I'm not going to get you far out of unwatchable, am I? Can we at least put her in D tier?
Sure.
Can we? I will let you put Cutler above her. I will give you that pleasure.
Because Bradley Cutler is actually a better
she's
character.
not unwatchable.
No, I wouldn't have put her in unwatchable. I legitimately just would have put her in I don't care. Because I do.
Okay,
I don't.
tell you what. Put her in I don't care.
Cool.
But put her above Abaddon.
Yeah.
Oh, you can put her above Brandy. I mean, I'm okay putting her above
I'll
Brandy.
leave her there because I can't be
Because
asked
she at
sorting it. But
least
yeah,
has a champion's aura.
yeah. Like I
She's a good champion. She's a
please,
good wrestler.
please,
It's just
all of
obvious.
wrestling internet, tell me why you actually like her because I do not get her at all.
And we're not saying she's a bad wrestler. She's not. She's a good wrestler.
She's a good wrestler. I just find her boring.
And
I find her
talented.
build stupid. Like,
Hey, do you want someone else who's lost in all the tag teams and factions? Say hi to Ali, aka Bunny.
it's just I don't care.
Oh god.
I like
She went
Ellie.
from being the manager to being a Nightmare Foundation
She
to
went
being a
from yeah. She
Nightmare
went from being
Sisters.
she went from being the bunny to dating
Pad Bunny.
QT Marshall to
Wait, that
teaming
happened?
yeah to teaming with Brandy Rhodes to being the bunny again with no explanation.
Oh no, the explanation is she's married to Braxton Sutter.
No, no
She
kayfabe
is.
explanation.
Yeah, but it is widely known. Which I feel as though is good enough in this modern era, you know
Also,
what I
the fact
mean?
that they were talking about QT's wife before.
Let's know. Did
uh,
just recently lose to Anna Jay, which is
yeah,
correct.
her
Let's see.
feud with Anna Jay is at least
Dark. She appears on Dynamite,
she
but
does.
every time she appears on Dynamite, she loses.
I honestly I like
No,
Ellie.
she has. No, sorry, that's a lie. She won with Nyla Rose in a tag team contest against Sheeta and Conti, but
Like
to be fair,
she does stuff, but I don't know if her doing stuff is like
I like Ali.
I like Ellie. I just think everything about what she does at the moment is kind of not great.
Shall we put to the bottom of D tier?
I think so.
Sorry, Ali.
You can go.
I think when you are a face and you're cheery and smiley and hoppy around, you're great fun. But right now, oh.
These two legitimately have like a rivalry, so that's funny.
So, so hear me out. Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood should be S tier. Should.
Yes,
Let me just clarify. They're not going to be.
they're not gonna be,
No.
aren't they?
Because honestly, I kind of think they're not doing too great at Pinnacle.
Yeah, I think the Pinnacle brings
I'm
it down.
sick of faction warfare and
There are
shit.
good factions, but it's like the Pinnacle
Pinnacle's
versus the Inner Circle just kept fucking
fucking
going.
going. And I just feel as though they dropped the ball with FTR as soon as they gave them the ball.
Like I feel like
I
FTR
think they should
doesn't.
have a attack reign. Straight up.
Yeah, I mean they should get it again at some point, though. 100%.
Absolutely. They shouldn't have lost it like a month.
I think that's fine because the storyline. Honestly, I think the problem
No.
is like teaming them up with Sean Spears. That's fine. That makes sense. Although you need to do more with Sean Spears, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to
Think
Sean Spears' problem.
I think having them then with with MJF and Wardlow is just too much. Like
Oh, I feel sorry for Wardlow.
I do.
We'll get
I
get
look
to Wardlow.
I look forward to Wardlow turning so much.
I look forward to Wardlow becoming a not likable face, ripping the head off of MJF. FTR still are 80. They're still a very good tag team. I would honestly put Scott above Cash. Sorry, Dax above Cash.
Would you?
I mean, you have as well.
Yeah.
I think Dax is just way more charismatic,
Yeah.
and I feel as though they're the same level of competency, which is, to be fair,
Also,
when you're talking about 80 competency, it's
also
pretty
like
damn good competency.
I appreciate that they came back to wrap up the feud. Cash, please go and heal your arm properly.
Cash, please. I respect you as an athlete. Take a break.
If you are having like nerve damage, nerve problems, please let that heal more
Please,
before you continue. Like
please do. I have the sorry, continue.
like you have the time, and honestly, us not seeing FTR for a while is probably good.
So, so hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Chavo Guerrero don't care.
Yeah, and he
He was here for like 2 weeks.
He was here for 2 weeks, and he got kicked out, and it was basically just an excuse for me to go, "Ooh, Chavo," like twice, and that's
yeah. To be fair, those are two good Uchavo moments.
yeah.
every Uchavo moment is a great moment.
Just because it's fucking funny, but
yeah. Uchavo. Da da da. Chris Jericho. Jericho the man versus Jericho the character.
Yeah,
Are we only going to
Jericho the
grade Jericho the
character.
character? Thank you. I get to speak positively about Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Because Lord knows I critique the man.
So
I do not
yes,
critique
for all,
him as a
for
wrestler.
for caveats, this is Chris Jericho, the wrestler, not just Jericho the man.
Yes.
If you need to know why we're making that caveat, just Google it.
Yeah, just Google his
Like
wife and the
this video is
Rhodes.
already going to be too long for us to get into why we have to make that distinction.
Tell you what, I'll give a quick caveat. Performed live performances during COVID. Wife was at the impeachment. Um,
Make
those are the two main ones.
donations to
Yes,
various things
make
that
make jokes about the COVID
yeah.
and wanted to
So
reopen fast. It's basically some very insensitive things that I don't like about Chris Jericho
yeah.
person that I will forever damnate him for.
So yeah, this is not
Like I
Chris
did
Jericho the
Austin
man.
Aries
This
and
is very
yeah,
much Chris Jericho the
yeah.
wrestler.
Basically, we have to do so because we did so with Loki and Austin Aries, and to be fair, they're on a similar vein. Unfortunately, veterans who just lose
Like
respect.
I will
Je-
like we will get to that way more whenever we get to the Rumbles thing. But
Yeah, when we get to the Rumbles thing, oh god, trust me, we have a designed one for that. Jericho, the wrestler, should be S tier,
yes,
fundamentally
I 100%
speaking.
agree. As a
Look,
wrestler, he's amazing.
AEW should be about new people, yes,
He's
but
one
it's
of
Chris Jericho.
yeah,
He's a chameleon.
he's amazing. He keeps up to date with everything. He fits
Yeah,
in and he like again, bar the Pinnacle stuff going forever, his feud with MJF going long actually was kind of a good thing because all
yeah,
those matches were great.
yeah. And don't worry, we'll get to MJF. Let's just say he's getting a high ranking.
Yeah,
I will
probably.
be enforcing a damn good ranking, believe me. Christian Cage. My TNA bias is showing. I like Christian Cage.
I like Christian.
Everyone likes Christian Cage. He's just
Christian.
likable.
Christian.
Christian.
He's
Okay,
rarely likable unless your name is Vincent Kennedy McMahon for some reason.
I don't think S tier. I think his legacy deserves S tier, but I think A tier.
Above Brian Cage.
I'd say above basically because of booking. I'd say above Andrade because of booking.
Okay, that's fair.
But Andrade and Brian should be higher than Christian. I'm sorry. They should.
The Doctor CD. Christopher Daniels.
Oh, God. I kind of want to put him with Jericho.
He is great.
Based on his career.
Like, dude, I'm giving him S tier. I'm giving him S tier, and partially that is for career, and partially that is because
Above Jericho.
he finished that fucking match.
Yes, we will forever give Christopher Daniels credit for that.
If you didn't like the last match Christopher Daniels had, he had a massive injury to his eye to the point where his eye was bleeding so much it was bright fucking red.
Can I, before we rank Chuck Taylor, I think there's one important thing we need to put in S. One important person. Can we just take Mr. Brody Lee in S tier and just be done with it?
Yes.
Out of sheer respect for what he has done for wrestling and the respect he gave fans.
Yeah, like that is fair.
You deserve it. Let's just get that out of the way. Now to Chuck Taylor.
Yeah.
And by the way, the reason why we're not going in depth with Mr. Brody Lee, you've all heard it a million times by us. We respect Brody Lee. We expect the entertainment he brought. And he was a damn good wrestler and inspiration for the indies for years.
We love him for all the reasons everyone has said.
Yeah.
And
where Christopher Daniels tread, so did Brody Lee, basically.
Yeah, like,
and he deserves
it. They are people that in the ring, in backstage, everywhere, everyone has said that they are the most supportive people, and
Brody is great, basically. Brody is loved by all. Sometimes the man transcends. It's that, but this is still the character, and the character of Mr. Brody Lee is amazing.
Yeah,
as is the wrestler.
Chucky T.
You like Chucky T more than me.
Chucky T is a fucking veteran.
Yeah, so is Colt Cabana.
He's an indie vet, but he's a.
So is Colt Cabana. So is Christian Cage. So is Brian Cage. So is Adam Page.
I'm all about putting
Solo.
I think Chuck Taylor has managed to take like a solid amount of comedy wrestling and still keep it in. Like I think all of the best friends have already.
Maybe we put him in B tier.
Yeah, I'd put him like high B tier, maybe.
I would put him below Pilman. I'm sorry, I would.
Hang on, let's do this then.
I'll accept. I'll accept Pilman not being the yeah, that's fine.
Like,
Pillman is just.
because
I think Pillman shows as much skill in 4 years as Chuck Taylor has in his entire career.
I'd say so. Like, from what
Like
I've seen.
that's not to damnate Chuck. That's simply to toot the horn of Brian Pillman more than I already do.
What do we do with Punk?
Punk the person or Punk the character?
Punk.
I'm gonna go with Punk the character. Thank you.
Do you have an issue with Punk the person?
You mean aside from the fact that he hated wrestling fans for 10 years and all the MMA bullshit?
I mean,
Yep, I have a lot of issues with Punk.
he hated wrestling fans because the wrestling fans kept chanting for him, but that's because and he did like he
Yeah,
100% did. Like, again, he said it himself that
he also.
he wouldn't have gotten better going back to the place that killed him in the first place.
Yeah, but to be fair, he also has said in the past that he doesn't respect fans, and he's also been known to be an a-hole in meet and greets. So
Yeah,
I wanted to caveat this with CM Punk to put all that behind him.
yeah.
I want to focus solely on Punk as an AEW guy. And Punk's match against Darby Allin, while I wish it was better, I will say this, I think it was still a great match. Could have been a little stronger.
It was really good.
Not up to the usual Punk level. Not Money in the Bag 2013. But I think the rematch definitely could be.
Where are we putting him?
That's the $1 million question. Because he's stuck with Team Taz again. Team Taz.
He is now back in a feud with Team fucking Taz.
No, there's a caveat. I'm okay with it because in WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, there's a CM Punk Road to WrestleMania, and the last match you have is with Taz. So I love it because of that, and I don't know if they actually thought about it, but if they did, credit to them for appealing to this.
Punk in A tier and then just leave it for now?
I think we have to. I think Punk's reputation.
It's such a resurgence of everything.
Yeah, Punk. I'll admit, I was happy to see him back. I'm
happy to see him back.
I'm happy to see him back. I don't like the guy, but I respect his work rate. I respect his charisma. And quite frankly, his first promo back was pretty good. It was Punk standard, and Punk just has a way with him that transcends. If we were going by veterans, then he would join Christopher Daniels, but Daniels is just way more respectable. Sorry, Punk. I tried to postpone it so we couldn't get to Cody Rhodes, but now we have to get to Cody Rhodes.
So, Cody Rhodes.
This is gonna get us lambasted.
I shouldn't.
I think Cody suffers from the same issue with Britt. We respect the wrestling ability.
No,
but
Cody has a very different problem from Britt.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, Britt can also wrestle. Just like
I will say I have more problems with Britt than I have with Cody. Because I have but the problem I have.
Wrestling is neither, correct? Yeah. Wrestling is good for both. Both are great wrestlers, probably the best in their craft.
Both are very good wrestlers. I find Britt Baker a little boring, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's fine. That happens.
Yeah,
there's more boring in this list. Don't worry.
There's definitely more boring than Britt Baker, but I do find her overall not great. Cody Rhodes' biggest problem is booking.
Cody's main problem is the Triple H problem.
Yeah,
he's lived so long, he's become the villain.
It's booking. He's again.
Yes.
I don't know. Just because QT Marshall's so fucking annoying, I don't think the factory would have worked anyway.
If we're bringing booking into this, then Kenny Omega. We'll
get to Kenny. But Kenny's different because Kenny that fits the storyline and it makes sense. Cody is just I win. No, fuck you, I win.
No, I'm not even referencing the storyline with Kenny. I have a completely different point I need to rant about with Kenny.
Well, we'll talk to that when we get to it because this is already going.
Oh, I've been dying to do it
an hour.
Yeah,
Cody constantly puts himself over. But to the point where it's ruining the storylines. The factory thing kept going, and every single fucking match Cody won.
Yeah, it just feels as though they throw people to Cody, and then immediately they're dead on arrival. Malachi Black is starting to wear out now because of Cody.
People say, oh, it's okay because he made himself super strong, but then put up Brody, and then he made himself super strong again, and then put over Malachi. That that doesn't excuse it. Like, he puts over a couple people isn't enough to excuse all of the people he buries.
Yeah, Cody has lived long enough to be the villain, and he is, unfortunately.
Like,
I also think he's a slight bit overrated.
he is, and that is why I will, like, whoever else we put in the don't care, Cody will stay at the top of don't care. Because Cody will be the best wrestler in don't care. But he's staying in don't care because of talent.
I don't know.
I don't know who else you're planning on putting on don't care, but okay.
We'll see. Colt Cabana, another legend
Another legend, comedy,
of the
great.
indie scene. Has anyone seen the Hornswoggle thing where it's little Colt versus giant Hornswoggle? Oh, Colt loves wrestling. Colt loves wrestling with all his heart, and I think that has to at least give him more credit than other people.
I want to put him at least an A tier, honestly.
You know what? I'm going to say this to the audience. I hate comedy wrestling on a genuine level. I think comedy wrestling, when it's full comedy, is just completely out of the question.
I love comedy wrestling.
I love the athletics and the acrobatics.
I love comedy wrestling.
Yeah, you look at my top 10 people, it's Ricochet, Leo Rush. Spoilers, there's a pattern.
Yeah,
However,
my top 10 is harder because I love comedy wrestling, but I also love hardcore wrestling, and I also love like chess match wrestling. So,
however, I am fine with Colt Cabana being an A because he's one of the only comedy wrestlers to make me chuckle, and that is a compliment. However, I see you're putting him above Brian Cage. I'm immediately going to have to veto that. That's better.
Okay,
no. Dax should. Here's the issue. I think technically I prefer FTR to Colt Cabana as well. That's a problem.
I'm not moving him.
Fine, he stays there. He stays there with the caveat he would be at the bottom of A for me. Dante Martin, impressive in his showcasing so far.
Yeah, but
I missed Top Flight already.
But
big but you cannot lie.
When I say hasn't shown up for ages and then suddenly shows up on Dynamite saying he's got a 5-match win streak, I am literally quoting that for Dante Martin.
No, because Dante's wasn't from Dark.
The win streak was.
No.
He had some really good showings, but his win streak came from Dark. Because the only matches he had on TV, other than that, were tag matches, which he didn't win.
Well, we can admit,
like,
that
he
great.
is great. That is why I immediately put him to the top. But he suffers from the Dark problem.
Where? Oh, so he's at the top of Dark.
Yeah. I'm now going to add an injured thing because Darius Martin is currently injured.
We should put Darius Martin in Dark for the same reasons.
I mean, he's literally injured though. Like, that's why Darius.
Yeah, but he was also stuck in Dark.
Yeah, they both were. Top Flight was stuck in Dark.
So I'm going to say Darius and Dark.
Is Darby Allin already S tier? Because I feel like he might be.
Is Darby Allin S tier? I'll answer that question. Yes, he is. Is he above Jericho? Yes, he is. Is he above Christopher Daniels? Yes, he is. Done. He's the top. He's the very top of us.
Okay.
Yes, you didn't think I would say that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yes, me, the guy who critiques Darby Allin on a daily basis. Went back and watched his matches. I realized I'm stupid. No, legit. I 180'd on Darby. Straight up, Darby's one of my favorites.
Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, well, I wanted to put him high because of his legitimacy, but kinda can't, because what the fuck does he do?
Mm-hmm.
Apart from get a paycheck, I guess? Sorry, Dustin, no legit. What do you do? Have you been on Dark recently? His last match was apparently in Dark. He lost to Malachi Black. Then he beat Aaron Solo on Dark. Then it's Dark, Dynamite, Jungle Boy winning a double or nothing. Dark, Dynamite losing a big tag team, whatever the fuck. Dark. Beats Evil Uno, beat 10, beats... Oh god, now we're going back to 2020. So, Dark, and losing on Dynamite.
So dark.
Dark. Probably the bottom end of dark because I think he should become a trainer more so. Amazing wrestler, but still.
Speaking of amazing wrestlers, but still, Eddie
Kingston!
Kingston.
A tier because he should be S tier. But he just isn't with booking. Yeah, well, Christian, I'm fine with this, unfortunately.
He's like, I want to point out the difference between him and Adam Page are like a sliver for anyone who's wondering. For me,
Yeah, and honestly, for me, Kingston transcends the
yeah,
slower because
it is
Kingston in mic skill.
it is a fucking coin flip, honestly.
Yeah. Apart from promos, Kingston wins by a landslide.
They have two very different styles. I think Eddie's
Yeah,
is better overall.
yeah. Kingston is just Kingston's promo style is unique to Kingston. There is nothing like Kingston in the business.
I
And if you want to know how good a wrestler he is, go back to his matches with Cassius Ohno. Sorry, Chris Hero. Let's go. Let's go back to proper names, please.
I like Emi Sakura, but I don't think we can really rate her
I like Gato Pro.
because
Gato Pro is such a weird fad.
I mean
He's wrestling on mattresses.
it's a good point to bring up the fact that they did an entire women's tournament all online, and not a single part of it was on the TV show, except for the match that the winner got. Maybe the final was on TV, but that's it.
Yeah, Gato move is very tiny, and you'd be forgiven for forgetting it.
Like they did a women's tournament. Basically, none of it was on TV, and that's a fucking burial of your women's division right there. If you're gonna do a tournament, like you're gonna do a tournament, do it on television. Don't give it its own unique thing on YouTube. Do it on television.
Yeah, I want to judge Emi Sakura based on the AEW side, not the Gato move side, because the Gato move is
and she has barely shown.
Even though Gato Proof is officially endorsed by AEW, it's on the wall and everything.
Yeah, and Emi Sakura is great, but she's barely shown up.
So I unfortunately want to kind of put her in Who, because newer fans might not even know she's signed.
That's fair.
Like that's Who to me is if someone could show up and you'd be like, "Who is that?" You have to explain it to somebody.
All fucking ego gets immediate negative points for what we talked about last week.
However, I'm going to ignore the Dan Lambert bullshit because that's not his fault.
That's fair.
And I won't give it to Scorpio Sky either because they're better than this.
In that case, I want to put Ethan Page in B.
Really? You want to put him low, do you? I mean, to be fair, with Brian Pilman Jr., that's a pretty good class.
Just because he hasn't done a lot in AEW. That's the only reason.
That's fair. Tell you what, put him above Chuck and below Brian.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. Because Ethan Page is great, he just hasn't done a lot in AEW yet.
Page teaming up with MJF.
No, I
really that nuggets in your brain.
I think Page and Scorpio is way better.
Oh yeah, no, but imagine if they got officially endorsed by MJF.
It'd be interesting.
Side note, we also love the North, so Ethan Page ranks up there because
I just like Ethan Page, honestly. Like,
to be fair, Ethan Page is a lovable man.
Like, Ethan Page is the reason why I have any consideration for the North. So
really, Josh Alexander's a damn good workhorse.
He is, but the only reason why I know of the North's existence is because of Ethan Page. So because I don't watch.
Because I'm the one of the two who watches Impact.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about Herculeo, folks. You'll get my freaking opinion of Herculeo at some point.
Evil Uno is the second best member of the Dark Order behind John Silver.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Evil Uno that much, to be honest.
I love Evil Uno.
Honestly, I like 10. I don't know why I
Preston
like 10.
Preston Vance has no personality.
I still like him. I don't know why.
Also, I want to point out the kid is on this list, and he's 100% in I Don't Care, but that's...
Yeah, the kid's going to be at the bottom of I Don't Care. Should we just put him in the bottom of I Don't Care already?
I respect it. I don't care.
I respect it, but look, you can't book Mr. Brody Lee Jr. to win a match.
Even that, like, even as a man, like, even as everything, he's just a child, and I so don't care about sticking a child there. Yeah. I don't care what the significance of him or his family is.
I just thought of a match I want to do in Fire Pro.
Oh, God.
You know what it is already if it's Mr. Brody Lee Jr.
You're not putting him in the losers division, are you?
No, because he didn't lose. He's undefeated.
Where are we putting Evil Uno?
Evil Luna. I don't think he's a good comedy guy. I don't think when it comes to the wrestling, he's a good comedy guy.
I mean, even I don't mean just as comedy. I mean, like in general, I think he's generally really good.
I think he's. I
I
might
like
honestly
person.
might put him below Reynolds because I think Reynolds is more entertaining to watch in the ring.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't dare put him below Reynolds. I was like,
I would happily put him below
I
Reynolds.
was gonna put him in B. So
Above Anna J.
sure,
Split the difference.
like, cause God, I cannot put him below Reynolds. Already, the fact that I put Alan Angels below Reynolds is disgusting to me.
But Reynolds is such a good worker.
He is, but he's the least interesting member of the Dark Order.
That's why he's funny.
Like he's not. It's not even like he's the straight man. He's
He's
just
the
uninteresting.
no. He's
Because
the
no,
Scruffy the janitor, and that's the best part
because
of it.
Stu Grayson is the straight man.
Yeah, but Alex Reynolds is the Scruffy the janitor.
I feel like Frankie also gets an S tier.
Yes, simply because of his potentials. He goes below Christopher Daniels.
Yes, yes, he does.
Look, I'm a TNA guy, but Christopher Daniels has done more than Kazarian. Even I admit this. Fuego del Sol, the guy hired because he kept losing.
Fuego del Sol, the guy that got hired because he's in Sammy Guevara's vlogs, I think you'll find.
You know what? Both are very valid ways of interpreting his hiring.
Fuego's great. Like
I don't know too much about him, so I'm gonna have to go with what you think here.
he's really fun, but as you said, he's the man that got hired because he kept losing.
So I kind of want to put him in don't care because he keeps
No,
losing.
because he kept
Once he wins, I'll care.
Because more specifically, he kept losing on
Dark.
Dark.
So do we put him in Dark? Do we put him at the bottom of
No,
Dark?
I still put him above Griff Garrison.
That's insulting to Griff Garrison.
Put the vlog crew together.
Hikaru Shida.
Minus Alan Angels.
Okay, so look, Hikaru Shida. Do we have to bring into consideration the women's division is booked badly?
Yes, we do, because Hikaru Shida is
Because
great.
Shida would be S tier in any other circumstance. But
Shida's
a
great.
lot of the mystery has gone from Shida.
Shida's great, but God, all the terrible booking and the pandemic and
Do you
so many
remember when
problems.
Maki Ito was meant to show up?
I mean, yeah, like
She was meant to show up at some point.
She has shown up a couple times.
Yeah, not a lot.
She's not officially signed, although she
think they would have.
She is aware that people want her to come back, and I'm pretty sure she wants to come back at some point, from what I understand from people sharing tweets on r/the squared circle.
Yeah, Maki Ito knows the comedy.
As for Hikaru Shida, I want to put her like with Ethan Page, like here, maybe above.
Yeah, I want to kind of put her above Pillman because I think
like
as much as I love Pillman, I respect Shida's work.
She just suffers from booking, but like even then, the storylines might have been garbage, but every Hikaru Shida match was great.
Here's someone for the don't care category. Isaiah Cassidy. Who actually cares about Private Party?
Be
honest with me.
Legitimately, until the Hardy Family Office.
So you agree they should be in don't care?
And until the Hardy Family Office. No, I put them above Abaddon, but it's
okay. And which one's better, Mark? In fact, can we put Mark Quinn above Cassidy because Quinn at least has a haircut that makes me want to see him? I really love how his head looks like a toaster. Okay.
I mean, he constantly like. I respect the fact that Mark Quinn constantly keeps changing his hair. I think Isaiah Cassidy might be the better wrestler.
Honestly, I don't think they're that good in general.
Like it's
they're just the Diet Street Profits. They still are.
They are very fun, but God, the whole Hardy Family Office thing nukes them for me.
Oh, Jack Evans from the heavens.
Well, you know, my minimum requirement is below Angelico, so
that's fine. Can we put him in C?
Yes.
Because as a Lucha Underground fan, I think he's really good. I think he's probably better than Solo. But Hardy Family Office is worse than the Factory, right? So above Bowens. Yeah, above Bowens. How did I think about it?
Okay.
Which is surprising because I would put Iris way lower, but hey, Dark Order I respect. Jade Gargill, don't
Unwatchable.
care. Don't care. Okay, yeah, no, fine. You can put it at the bottom. Can you put it at the bottom of
I
unwatchable?
don't know.
I'd
She's
rather.
still better than Austin Gunn.
No, I would rather watch an Austin Gunn match.
Fine.
I would rather, because at least I get to see Austin Gunn get killed.
Jade Cargill's fucking boring.
Yes, I'm glad Layla Hirsch nearly beat her.
I
Layla
like
Hirsch
Mark.
is so much better. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
I like Mark Sterling. I think that's funny. I like the gimmick is funny, but she's
Smart
so
Mark,
boring.
Ster-
Her
Smart
soul.
Mark Sterling. He is a man who transitioned from wrestling into being the slimiest manager. And you know what? Smart Mark is great. And if he was in this tier list, I'd put him in the B because he's entertaining.
Don't think
He
he
does it right.
is. I don't think
He's
he. Yeah,
not.
he's
He's
not.
not. Smart Mark is not in here. Rip.
Shame.
Jake Hager. Did you know Jake Hager was once a champion at 5-Star Wrestling? The longest reigning ever 5-Star Wrestling champion.
Huh?
I'm Liverpool's number one, Zach Gibson Jr. That
Huh?
promo. No Hager doesn't get a mic.
Oh, can we put
Hager,
Hager in
his
A?
most recent promo, Hager does not get given a mic. I'm like, good.
Can-
Hager is so bad at promos. For a guy who's been around for 10 years,
But
he's
they.
terrible.
I love how what they've done with the fact that Hager is kind of awkward at promos.
He just stands there and it's great.
Like they do so. Like even when he does speak, the way they set it up is so funny.
Hager's body language.
Like
Telling it's
that
great.
time Chris Jericho couldn't apologize, so kept making
I'm
Jake
sorry.
Hager, who has a lisp, say sorry.
You know what's funny? You know what they should have done? I'm I'm
Can we put him in A?
Can we just put him in speech?
Like he's so he's generally fun to watch as a wrestler, and he's actually hilarious.
However, his MMA fight on TV, absolute bollocks.
Like yeah,
Fuck that.
let us. We are not talking about that.
We are talking about it. We're discussing that in my sympathy for Wardlow special.
Because oh god, I want to wrap this up because I need a shower more than anything.
Oh god, welcome to the World of Blooders. Jake Hager, C tier probably.
I put him up in A, but I'll bring him back down to
Really?
B.
Put him in B. He's not that good. I'm sorry, he isn't.
Oh,
Jamie Hater, you have words.
my thing was just why the fuck do you again problems with being Britt Baker.
Cool. I'm happy to put them in Don't Care because I'd put them in Who because they vanished and they came back, and I asked who.
Yeah, like I recognized the name, like oh yeah, it's that British lass that showed up like once.
Yeah, and I went who. I knew who it was. I was like, huh, who are you again? Jeff Parker and Matt Lee.
Yeah, let's
do
just
it together, Godfather.
Tupa Shell, Tupa Show, 2.0, 2. Show, the show, whatever.
2.0. Dark. It's Dark Fodder. They've literally only competed in Rampage and Dark.
Like they are doing things.
Yeah, but their only wins are Dark. They're still farming.
I'm surprised they even have wins.
Yeah, I put them above freaking Big Swole, but yeah, below. It's fine.
Okay,
It's fine. It's good. Like, I don't know. Like, I like to see tag team wrestling.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's fine. That's understandable.
Jerry Lynn. We've not seen Jerry Lynn on TV ever.
No.
But
No,
as a trainer,
he's been around like twice, but not in any
in
significant
backstage
role.
roles. Yeah, as a backstage.
I think the
talent,
only significant role he
Finley.
ever had was as a judge. That one time there was a match that had required judges, and that match didn't go to time. So
He's the Finley.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, I respect Finley a lot, so I respect Jerry Lynn a lot because it's Jerry goddamn Lynn, and honestly, I think you can still put him in the ring and he can still wrestle.
Okay.
So I would put him in A.
Okay.
I would put him at the bottom because he's not an active competitor, but Lynn is great. Joey Janella, sorry, no, I got the name wrong. Florida Man.
Florida Man gets put in dark.
Florida Man gets put in dark because where the fuck did he go?
Florida Man gets put in dark because you know how he was teaming with Somebody Kiss? He
Sonny
turned on
Kiss.
he turned on Sonny Kiss
Oh, yeah,
on
I know.
Dark.
Yeah. Should we put Sonny Kiss in Dark as well?
Yeah, probably. Where
Oh,
is she?
wait,
Where
no,
are
should we
they?
put Sonny Kiss in who? Because I haven't seen him in freaking eons.
Yeah, sure.
Put at the top of who? Because where are you, Sonny?
Where did they
What
go?
happened? When did Sonny last compete? Did we miss it?
Probably was against Joey Janella on Dark at some point.
Uh, no.
No?
Yes, the latest match was about Joe Goodell,
Yeah.
but they also beat Cal Hero on Dark, lost to the Blade on Dark, lost to Dante Martin on Dark, lost to Solo on Dark, lost to Cage on Dark, beat the Pentacle on Dark. I guess Dark then.
So
Above, probably below Fuego. I don't know.
I think people
I feel
actually
kind of bad putting them there.
more likely see Fuego do more stuff.
Yeah,
John
John
Sil-
Silver.
John Silver is the best member of the Dark Order.
Agreed. I will put him in B probably.
Putting him like here.
Yeah, above Chuck. It's also John Moxley.
Is he S tier yet?
Yes,
Okay, good.
he's above Christopher Daniels.
Is Jungle Boy S tier yet?
No, fuck off. He'll never be.
He probably will be, honestly.
No.
Not I'll say this. Probably not as Jungle Boy, but I think the person like will be S tier at some point. Just probably not under this gimmick. I want to put him above Colt Cabana.
I kind of think he's nowhere near as good. I want to put him above Sheeta. Are you telling me Jungle Boy is more entertaining than CM Punk?
No, but
Are you telling me he's as good as Dax Harwood or Cash Wheeler?
I think he is on par with FTR.
I think you're lying.
I think he's on par with FTR.
I think the internet is wrong.
I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put him here.
I disagree with it.
That's fine. He's staying there.
Jungle Boy is. I am Jungle Boy, but you are to Britt Baker.
I don't think that's accurate.
Oh, time for me to have my rant.
Please don't take too long.
Hi, Kenny. How are you? Fuck you for ruining the women's division. Seriously, what the fuck was the excuse? Oh, we don't have the Joshi wrestlers. Well, you still had Jamie Hayter, you still had Chris Statlander, you had Abaddon, you had Brandy, you had
named
Anna
someone
Jay.
that
You
was out of the country and someone who was injured in literally the first two people you
Okay,
mentioned.
okay, but you still had the chance to do something with them promo-wise to just build up the women's division. You could have, I don't know, hired more women's wrestlers because it's not like there was a shortage. You know, people were getting cut. Not only that, but you could have brought Diamante in a bit quicker.
Okay, but Kenny the man aside, Kenny the wrestler,
Kenny the Booker is a fail.
Kenny the Booker aside, Kenny the
It's,
wrestler.
uh, his bearableness and his wrestling ability are two different things.
Yeah, well, this is a wrestling tier list, so
Well, unfortunately, that means he's ass.
because we've already established that with Chris Jericho, so
But if it is about wrestling, then should we not rank Britt Baker based on wrestling?
I am doing.
Kip Sabian. Oh, I feel sorry for Kip. I feel so sorry for Kip.
Do we? Is this where we actually make the injured tier?
Yeah, can we just make a tier for Kip? Can it just be? Should be better. Kip. I miss Kip.
Like, I will legit make this an injured one because, and like honestly, I think I want to move Darius Martin into an injured one as well because
I miss Kip. I miss Kip so badly, man.
I'm just gonna write out because I can't spell injured. Welcome to dyslexia. Like, Like, he probably will be back in the Dark Problem when he's back, but yeah, injured. Chris Stat. I love Chris Stat.
You gotta love Chris Stat. Chris Stat. Not to be confused with Chris Statlander.
What?
You heard me. Chris Stat is a completely different individual.
Her literal, like, she is. Chris Statlander does get called Chris Stat. Like, that's a thing.
I know, but still. Statlander's gimmick is bloody weird.
Yeah, but it's fun. And she's really good.
That's negotiable.
She's a very good wrestler.
That bit's not negotiable.
She's a very good wrestler, and her gimmick's fun, and it doesn't intrude too much. Like,
I don't think it's fun, but I'm fine to accept her as a high plan rank.
like because the gimmick is relatively non-intrusive.
She's better than fucking Jungle Boy, I'll put it to you that way.
Okay, so...
But she's not an A tier. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, I agree, but I also wouldn't actually I wouldn't put her above Jungle Boy. Like, I would probably put her...
Oh, that's a
there.
you problem. That's a you problem.
Like, I would probably put her there.
That's fine.
I just
Lance,
think you have problems with Jungle Boy, and that's
you're
fine.
damn right I do. I stand by it. Lance Archer.
Lance
Everybody
Archer is
dies. He is good.
He's very good.
He is. But he's not a native.
Is he not?
No.
Okay, where is he?
No. He's probably high B to me.
Above Sheeta?
Above Sheeta. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just... I prefer Brian Cage to Lance Archer. I see them filling very similar niches.
Yeah, but I think they're different enough.
Hey, look, it's the one for the Don't Care collection. Lee Johnson. Who cares?
And I want to preface this. Cody, this is your fault.
Yeah, oh no, we'll get to another one.
Like, Lee Johnson gets into Don't Care, not because he's not a good wrestler, because of Cody. Because of the Nightmare Family. Because he got a win, and Cody made it entirely about himself.
In fact, you know what? I also need to spoil up and name this tier list. I need to go there immediately. Sean Dean. I respect him as a military-serving man.
The captain.
However, I must ask, who actually cares about Sean Dean being signed? If Sean Dean got...
Hey, they did stuff with him, and he wasn't part of the Nightmare Family.
Okay, but if he was cut tomorrow, would you care?
No. And again, I'm saying it again, just in case anyone from AEW is watching, that's Cody's fault.
It is. Leva Bates, another thing that's Cody's fault.
Doc!
Unfortunately, very top end of Dog. I want to see more Bates. I want to see Sandwoman. Layla Hirsch. Dark and Rampage. I'll correct myself. But mainly Dark.
Honestly, I'd put her above Leva.
Yeah, honestly, Layla Hirsch is legit.
Like, I've not seen much of her. I've seen, like, a few of the Dark matches she's had. I've obviously seen much of
she's good.
Thing.
She's
Everything I've seen of her has been good. Like, even the time she made a fuck-up, they covered for it really well.
Yeah, her fuck-ups aren't even that big of fuck-ups, which is good. Luchasaurus. Better than Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
Sue me.
That's
not fine. As good as FTR.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that was easy. Lufa, who cares?
Who the fuck cares?
No, Dark.
No, who the fuck cares?
Below. No, I'd put him below Brody.
Yeah,
Lee
who
Jr.
the fuck cares about Lufa?
Cares about Lufa. He's an indie veteran. I just don't care about him. I'm sorry. And Serpentico will be joining him if he was even on the roster page. That's how little I care.
I'd put Serpentico above him, honestly.
Malachi Black suffers from the Nightmare Family. Cody, stop it! Behave!
But it's better, because at least he is kicking his way through them all. And
well, I mean, apart from Rosario Dawson.
I was going to say.
Yeah, but that's the caveat, right?
I want to put that asterisk there of, we don't know where that storyline goes. We could see that this in like a month and go, oh, Cody beat him again? ended up beating him.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
that's why I don't want to put him high.
I'm
'Cause
putting him high
scared.
because he's amazing, but
Where are
fucking
you
hell.
putting him? Where are you putting him?
I want to put him at least above Lance Archer.
That's fair. Put him in B as a caveat.
Like, he should be up here,
He
but
should
storylines.
with Brian Cage and Andrade
Yeah,
and Eddie Kingston.
storylines.
Like, a lot of the A tier should be in the S tier. Mark Henry, he does commentary. He's
Yeah,
entertaining.
yes.
That's a C tier.
I will say that I
Put
like.
on Anderson.
Yeah, I like how he cuts to the how he throws to the main events in Rampage. I just don't think those interviews are necessary. I feel like the interviews are there to facilitate him being able to do that, not the other way around.
Marco Stunt.
Don't care.
Bear, I'd actually put him below Luther.
I wouldn't.
You want to put him above Luther?
That's how little I care about Luther.
No, can we at least put him up against Brody Lee Jr. because he shouldn't have lost to Brody Lee Jr. Thank you. This is the bit of revenge I give.
Chavo.
Matt Hardy. This is gonna kill me to say. Do you actually care about Matt Hardy at this current moment?
Ladies and gentlemen, when we say the Hardy family office ruins everything.
It does. It puts Matt Hardy.
Puts Matt Hardy below fucking Private
Party because we are tag team fans.
Because we're tag team fans, and because Matt Hardy is the fucking fault.
Yeah, dude, just bring back the Broken, please. I'm begging.
Like, you stopped doing.
I'm okay with the multivarious.
You stopped doing the Broken because there wasn't crowds to go along with it.
So you did.
There's crowds
money.
now.
Yeah, big money Matt can retire, okay? I didn't like it back in TNA. It was an excuse to make EC3 here, EC3 face, which is as stupid as it sounds. Please don't do it again.
Well, do we just put the Bucks in S tier and be done with it?
I say bottom of the S tier.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm getting kind of sick of them. I get sick of the Young Bucks very often. But just put Matt and Nick the same way they should be. With Matt on the left and Nick on the right.
This is the right way around. So...
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Matt Sydal. Very talented wrestler. But my God, where's he been?
Yeah, it's like I was... Talent, high B. How he's been used, mid-C.
Dark. Some dynamite, but losing efforts.
So
a lot more dark in the thing for the Sydals.
I'm gonna put him here, and I'm putting him here just because when these two tagged, like both of them are missing their partner, and these two tagging the other week were amazing. Just do that more.
Yeah, just have Matt Sydal do more cool shit with Dante Martin. Max Caster, here we go, D tier.
Yeah,
done.
Like he has to be below Anthony Bowens, and I think he's probably the worst of.
He's probably the worst part of the tag team. That's my least favorite tag team. So there you go. Michael Nakazawa. I'm sorry, I don't care. I've never cared for Michael Nakazawa. Your thoughts?
I care enough to rank him, but he's literally the bottom of the list.
Yeah, that's probably worse. I care, but not enough.
It's like I care enough to not put you in. I don't care. That's it. That's end of statement.
Yeah, you escaped because of Alex. Let it be known, Michael.
You escaped. You escaped because I like comedy. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's the entire reason.
You're not even that good at it.
Like
I
honestly, again, I find him being a stooge funnier than the oil wrestling stuff.
To be honest, I found the oil wrestling just bollocks. I thought it was tantamount to cheating, to be honest.
It is, but that's kind of why I love it as well. So.
That's fair. Miro is
now
where you should be and where you are two different places.
Because should is S is,
but reality is B, above
probably
Archer.
Top of B.
Yeah, above Black and Archer. The B tier, very sad B tier.
It is, because most of B tier is people that should be in S tier.
And also most of A tier are people that should be in S tier as well.
Yeah.
MJF should be an S tier, quite frankly.
I
I think he's
he's
genuinely one of the best heels on the
so
roster.
I'm doing this, and I'm doing this for one very simple reason.
Okay.
He and I get it. It fits his character,
Sorry,
but
could you repeat it because it cut off for me?
no, I haven't said it yet. I get
Okay.
it. It fits his character, but maybe have your wrestlers wrestle more.
To be fair,
Yes,
MJF is a good wrestler.
it fits his character to actively avoid wrestling, but have your fucking wrestler wrestle more. Because
Well, when MJF wrestles, he wrestles well.
he does, but he
He's
doesn't
very
wrestle.
good in
He
tournaments.
just doesn't wrestle enough. That's why he doesn't get into S tier.
Hey, it's my least favorite part of the factory.
It's
Dick
it's
Tomarov.
Dick Cucarato.
Fucking hate him. Can we put him in don't care? Because I don't care. I don't care enough to do my rant. How is I don't care about Nick Komarov?
Do you know what? Do you know why he gets into to don't care?
Because I don't care.
Yeah, and also because I'm straight up putting QT Marshall in unwatchable.
At the moment, yeah, that's a very fair place to put QT. QT cannot beat the Big Show. That is a damning endorsement about booking.
It's an
And
accurate statement, to be
industry,
fair.
I would disagree.
Um,
I think everyone could beat the Big Show on this roster. Hell, I'd even say Jamie Hayter could be the Big Show.
I personally
I,
don't
I
care
don't.
about Nyla Rose.
I personally do. I think she's probably a C tier.
That's fine.
I think she's probably above Bowens, just simply because the women's division is women's division. Okay, yeah, sure. Put him above Evans. That's perfectly fine with me too.
I'm interested to see how your comedy bias lands with Cassidy.
He is in the bottom of S tier.
How
No,
much?
sorry, that's a lie. That's a lie. He's above the Jacksons.
That's even better.
So yeah, you got a comedy wrestler in S. Congratulations.
That's about where I probably would have put him as well, honestly. So
On the caveat, I get to put Pride and Powerful in S tier.
that's a cat. That that's the easiest fucking thing I've ever done.
Cool, that's this. Okay, I knew you were going to accept it anyways. That's not my actual
that is
caveat.
the easiest fucking thing I've ever done.
That's not even. It's not even my caveat. That's just. Can we just do this, please? Can we just? We don't have to explain this.
While we're here, while we're here.
While we're here, let's just be open here. Let's just be open
while
here.
we're here.
The Lucha Brothers should probably be in there too.
No, I was gonna say, while we're at it, let's.
Pax probably up there above Orange Cassidy. Pentagon's probably better than Ortiz and Santana. I'd actually put him above Omega, to be honest.
Yeah, so would I.
I would actually probably put him above Kazarian. In fact, I'd go that far. Yeah, no, that's fine. Ray Phoenix below Kazarian.
Yeah, there we go.
Cool, there we go. There we go.
Right.
We like tag teams.
Our small tag team appreciation aside.
However, Alex Abrahams goes and don't care. Because I don't care.
Alex who? Oh, Alex Abraham.
No!
I love fucking Hype Man Alex.
Okay, fine, we'll get him.
I love Hype Man Alex.
I don't know, he's a funny commentator.
It's like
Paul White, ladies and gentlemen, I don't care.
Same.
I remember when I told you when I found out. I went, "Who the fuck cares?" That was my legit answer.
You get below Marco Stunt. That's what.
But you're above Luther.
You're above Luther. You're above Luther and a literal child.
What a weird.
What a wildly.
Penelope Ford. I honestly don't care. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. I care about you probably. I honestly thought of you less than Abaddon. So. No, I thought about them less than Nick Komarov. Because I hate Nick Komarov.
You mean Dick Cucarato?
I'm not gratifying this. Peter Avalon, dark.
Dark indeed.
The very bottom of dark, because let's be real, he's never showing up on Dynamite ever again.
No, you're there.
Above Kiss, at least.
Because it's like this is not how likely they are. It's how much I want to see them, and I would much rather see Peter Avalon than Sonny Kiss. Honestly, in my opinion, I'd put him above Sol as well. Actually,
That's fair. I'd probably put J.R. Kratos above him as well. By the way, just saying him.
Like Joey Janella, I legit I would like to see, but as like proper deathmatchy stuff, which they just won't do. So
Hmm.
they'll more
So,
likely do than other places. But
so now hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear out all my energy. Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this? Powerhouse Hobbs is not that good.
Powerhouse Hobbs suffers aggressively from Team Taz. Um, I think
Which drags
wrestling
him down.
I think wrestling wise, he's fine. I think from being purely because of the Team Taz bullshit, I don't care.
I'd put him at the top, but don't care because as soon as he separates, I'll care.
I'm still, again, I'm standing by my statement. If it wasn't for his booking, he should be higher.
Preston Vance.
Now you like Preston Vance.
Yes, because I like generic foot soldiers. They're funny.
I don't
Foot soldiers are hilarious and a beacon of comedy, and Preston Vance is comedy.
like. Here is where I put Preston Vance.
Fine. I'll
You
accept
you can
it.
argue, but that's where I would put it.
Well, fine.
Like damn slap in the
Um,
middle of the C tier Dark Order
Alex,
members.
Alex, didn't we already do Brandy Rhodes?
Do you know what the bad thing is?
That statement's accurate.
I actually like as
You
much as
actually
like
thought about it.
Red Velvet 100% started as like discount Brandy Rhodes, but is more and more becoming better Brandy Rhodes,
Which is not exactly hard when it's Brandy
which is
Rhodes.
sad. But I also still don't care.
Yeah, I don't care about Red Velvet. Sorry, Red Velvet. Ricky Starks, God, I hate the gimmick.
Yes,
I hate the fucking discount rock. Alright? It's not a good gimmick. If you're discount Hall of Famer, you're still not good. I'm sorry. Rio, who? Genuinely.
for
I
the
feel
like first women's champion gets in who for pretty much the same reason as Heger.
yeah, she's the first women's champion. Precisely. Sammy Guevara.
A
Remember, not the person, because the jokes to Sasha Banks.
even the person like
The Sasha
actual
Banks thing,
like
though.
legit yeah, but no legitimate growth because I generally think that you
Yeah,
know
I don't generally believe he's a Brit. I would put him in A. I'd put him above. I put him above Colt. No, I put him above Brian Cage because in terms of booking.
yeah like I generally think like with the Sasha Banks thing, I think that was like by the seams of it looks like it was dumb and stupid, like young and
Hmm.
stupid sort of
The
thing. So
Men of the Year.
well, we've already got Ethan Page up
Yes,
here.
we're not remembering the Dan Lambert shit. Okay, Dan Lambert is in unwatchable. He's not even a good heel manager. He's
He's
just
not.
I'm sorry, Dan Lambert is not a good manager.
He's just genuinely annoying.
Yeah, Jane is like, you don't know the lyrics of songs and everyone's singing. No, Dan, you're just blind, okay?
You're just blind and deaf and stupid.
Phoebe doesn't really do much. Great trainer, doesn't really do much.
She doesn't do much because she doesn't like. I'm pretty sure she's been doing more with NWA at the moment.
Yeah, because NWA is basically hits a bunch of wrestlers you saw from 2000.
And
And before anyone says that's not true, well, they got Magnus. Yeah, Magnus is from the Ruthless Aggression era, guys. So is Trevor Murdoch, and so's JTG, and so's D'Angelo Dinero. Alright, take a chill pill.
like she's good, but I just don't care.
Can we put her in? Can we put her in? It says of a company appearance. Or are we sticking in don't care?
I think this is the better position.
Yeah, I'd put her below Brandy.
I'm surprised by that, but
Because
I'm
because
fine with it.
Brandy, by sheer fact of the fact that a touch of brandy is actually not a bad cooking show.
Yeah.
Like, there's always a reason for me to care about
I generally
brandy.
like didn't like the fact that they made it storyline and I literally didn't like it because they made an episode story like kayfabe probably says a lot about it.
Mm. Hey, look, it's It's Stan.
It's Stan. I love Stan, but God is he underutilized.
I love Stan. I particularly love the bit where he sold the kick to the face. That's a really good spot.
Like he's so underutilized, and
Wait, are we talking WWE or AEW?
yes.
Yeah, I'm talking Sean Spears in general. Sean Spears comes back. Is meant to be a big deal. It's the wild card. Not the wild card, but he's a big part of the. I think it was the Spades. It's a while
He
ago.
came back. He literally came back out of nowhere, hitting Cody Rhodes over the head with a chair in what looked very shoot.
Yeah, it was an actual genuine chair shot, and they were like, "Oh yay, we're finally seeing Sean Spears do things."
I
Woo!
don't like the fact that I
Wait,
have to do this
Where did you put Sean Spears?
below Hager.
Logical.
Yeah, it's
And then yeah,
Sting.
Yuka, who are you?
I hate that because she's
Yes,
so good, but
yeah, but doesn't this illustrate my point about the whole Joshi
Joshi
decision
thing.
didn't matter?
Well, no,
Hey, look, 3 people from the Joshi division are
look, like
here.
this is all just down to them not being here. Like,
Yeah, but no, Emi Sakura at least had some relevancy.
like
That's the trick.
Hikaru Shida got the benefit of she moved before the pandemic.
Yeah. Still, you
Like,
think they would have, I don't know,
I'm pretty
done like a vlog series with Yuki Sakazaki, Emi Sakura, Rio, and Maki Ito or something. I don't know.
so yes, it Sting.
Sting as a manager or Sting as a wrestler? Sting as a wrestler, I'm sorry, is still not as
I
good
was
as you
gonna
think.
say in AEW he's a bit of both.
Sting as a wrestler is not as good as you ever think he is.
Sting the wrestler
He
is
has the Great Muta
like
effect.
he's aggressively okay and a very good character. Is
Mm.
Sting. I think being with Darby Allin is very good for Sting because character. Just
I would put him potentially in B. I'd say below Spears.
that's fair.
Because Arn's at the bottom of C, so I think there's a clear split. Stu Grayson, the straight man for the Dark Order.
Yeah.
That's not to imply the rest of the team is gay, but still.
But
Just
also
to put it
but
out there.
also a little bit, like while we're on the
Yeah,
topic.
it's the Dark Order. It could happen.
Um
Uh, hmm. Grayson's kind of mundane, isn't he?
Character wise he's kind of mundane, but I think he's probably one of the best actual in ring talents.
So above Uno?
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Because I think he's a better wrestler than Uno.
And and this is also like it's keeping the tag team together, which is kind of like
Is
that
speaking volumes, don't it?
yeah, it's like that is the core tag team of the Dark Order, and I think it makes sense to keep them together.
Taynara, sorry. Tay Conti, not Taynara Conti. That was a different person.
Ty Conti's
Hmm.
very
Good.
good.
Very good. Vastly underutilized in WWE.
Well, she was in developmental and she learned fucking nothing, and then she comes and learns from some other people and actually gets really good because people went, "Oh, you know this stuff. Well, let's turn that into wrestling instead of just the WWE way, which is you have to learn the WWE way."
Hmm.
Like,
I would probably rank her up there with Chris Statlander in ability.
yeah,
But I would put her lower than Chris in general. I'd put her above
I'm gonna put below
Baker.
Silver.
Really? Okay.
Where would you put her?
I would have put her above Hager, but that's fine.
I'll put her below Chucky
Okay, that's fine.
because I would say she has more of a spotlight than Angelico is the main reason. Like,
Before we do this next team, can we just confirm that the Butcher gets higher because he
yes,
plays?
100%. No, 100%. The
Cool.
Butcher's
Right. Cool. Sorry, and I love Braxton Sutter, but I'm sorry. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I really don't. But we kind of have to put them in don't care, don't we?
I care about the Butcher. Like,
I care about the Blade.
okay, so we're not putting
Okay,
them in don't care.
D tier simply because of storyline.
Buff Starks.
Yeah, yeah, way above Starks. This is not even because then the Bunny's also there. Bunny should be probably below Blade though.
Yeah.
Because the Blade, at least the Blade has some
Like,
relevant TV time.
wrestling terms, the Cutler should probably be below the Butcher and the Blade, but God, him as a stooge is so good, I cannot move him.
Ponderosa
A-tier?
went to TNA. Literally did for his anniversary. So yeah, there you go. Probably A tier. She's grown on me. I'd say above Jungle Boy easily.
Yeah. I want to say. I want to say here.
Below Crash. Below Punk. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, like I would. Yeah, I would put her just above FTR. That's probably where I would put her.
And today on Worst Member of the Best Friends, it's Trent. And that's the saddest thing of all.
But the best member of the Out collection because he's
Yeah.
he's
And
ancient.
but Kip probably should be because it's Kip. Tully Blanchard above Sting.
Yeah,
I don't want to put him in A because he's not an A.
he's a better manager than Sting is.
Way better. Tully understands.
Hey, Vicky Guerrero, I don't care.
I do care.
Wow. Okay.
I care enough to put them high in the don't care.
Okay.
I would probably put him above Serena Deep.
Oh, okay. I just okay.
I don't know. Vicky Guerrero, excuse me. It's something that just resonates with me.
I would have put her above probably Abaddon. Maybe Nick Camarado.
Bear in mind, I was of the generation when Vicky Guerrero pretty much became a thing, like in 2006.
Oh, God, this is a nightmare. Where the
Because
fuck?
you know what I mean?
Where the fuck do we put Wardlow? Because he's really good. But
Can we have it here below D that it's our sympathies to Wardlow?
This is the hold on.
This is the Wardlow deserves better tier.
The Wardlow appreciation tier.
This is we love Wardlow.
Oh God,
We love Wardlow, so we rank him here.
How's this? Why is
There we go.
Hold on. No.
Welcome to it, Wardlow. You get your own special tier because we love you
Yeah.
on a genuine level.
Wardlow.
We appreciate you, Wardlow. We think you versus Jeff Cobb would be a fantastic match.
I'm gonna need the spelling off of the thing because I'm super dyslexic.
And in fact, we would 100% book you against Jeff Cobb tomorrow. And I say this without even knowing if Alex would, because Alex would. Spoilers.
I mean, probably, yeah.
It's-
I'm sure I've spelled appreciation wrong. You can yell at me in the comments, but I will remind you I'm dyslexic.
And I'll remind you, I already do that enough.
Alex Marvez couldn't give a shit.
You glitched. But I guess that means we're talking about Alex. Well, if we're doing it alphabetically, it would be Abraham Hantes.
No, it's
not
Alex
Marquez.
Marvez.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm triggered.
I love, like, I'm okay. This is not Alex Abrahantes as a commentator. I'm doing this. This is 100% like hype man. Alex Abrahantes. I'm ranking this, but I like a B. Probably, honestly, above Tully.
No, below Tully.
Fine.
I'm putting it above Sting. That feels like
yeah.
sacrilege to me.
I know, but I love hype man.
Tasha Gonzalez, who?
I know who she is.
Do you care who she is?
No.
Cool. Then who?
She's better than Alex Marvez. That's.
I don't know who she is.
She's another one of the backstage interviewers. Does I think
Excalibur
Spanish commentary sometimes.
You like Excalibur. Excalibur is probably an A.
He's one of the few people that one actually calls moves well and also gets the wrestling jokes.
He's going below Jerry Lynn though.
Really?
Jerry Lynn as a trainer is light years good. Trust me, Lynn is really damn good. You can watch Jerry Lynn versus Punk and you'll understand.
Now, all JR is, well, getting
not
rather old.
As good as he used to be.
Yeah.
I think that's I don't think it's good to say, But at the same time, I think everyone agrees.
It needs to be said.
It needs to be said. JR is the voice of a generation, but by far that generation doesn't need to keep happening.
It's okay.
Justin Roberts, yeah. Roberts! It's nice to hear Justin Roberts again.
He's so good at his job. He's so
He
fucking
is
good at his
really
job.
good at his job. He's better than Greg Hamilton. I forgot how good he was until he was gone.
Now, he's definitely A-tier ring announcing. Is
I would
he
definitely.
S-tier ring announcing?
Well, first of all, I think he's still not as good as Jerry Lynn is as a trainer.
Okay.
Jerry Lynn is that damn good. As soon as he knew Jerry Lynn was, I was like, yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be good. Taz. Insipid Taz is also A. But yeah, it's just funny. His botches are funny.
Yeah, but he's good because of botches. I can't put him in A for that.
Below Excalibur, at least. Below Excalibur.
No, I can't put him in A for being funny because of botches.
But at least he owns them. You know what I mean? He doesn't just bypass them.
He has ruined Jungle Boy's theme for always trying to sing it whenever
That's
he's
why
on
it's an A.
commentary.
That's why he's A tier.
No, it's not.
What don't you understand?
Motherfuckers don't ruin songs around here for me. Like, that's a big. I am a big music person.
Everyone, start saying Tony Schiavone in 3, 2, 1. It's Stu! And you're an A tier, mother.